step back from that and say, there is a God who will take you, and just because you don't believe in Jesus, when you die, will throw you into hell, where you will burn forever. That's so much worse. I mean, that means that there's someone that, I believe in a young earth, so 6,000 to 7,000 years old, the world's 6,000 to 7,000 years old, that means that someone way back in time has been burning in this horrible place for 6,000 years. And they're still burning right now. They weren't Joseph Edward Duncan. They didn't rape children. And they're still burning in hell. This bothers me a lot. Yet it's a belief that Christians have held for a long time. Jonathan Edwards, you may have studied his sermons in literature class, has probably his most famous sermon called Sinners in the Hands of an Angry God, 1741. The God that holds you over the pit of hell, much as one holds a spider or some loathsome insect over the fire, abhors you and is dreadfully provoked. His wrath towards you burns like fire. He looks upon you as worthy of nothing else but to be cast into the fire. He is of purer eyes than to bear to have you in his sight. You are 10,000 times more abominable in his eyes than the most hateful, venomous serpent is to ours. You have offended him infinitely more than a stubborn rebel did his prince. And there he is holding you like a spider over the fire. If that is the concept of God, I'm kind of with some of the people that I read online who said, look, if that's God, I would rather burn than spend an eternity with a sick, sadistic God like that. Now, I want to ask you, put in a couple disclaimers. What we're going to talk about maybe already is troubling to me. It may be troubling to you. And you may object to some of the things that I'm saying or I'm going to say, and I encourage you to write some questions down or comments down so that those questions don't block you from hearing everything that we're going to talk about today. We're going to cover a lot of ground. We're going to do it quickly. As I get into this series, once again, I realize that I'm an overachiever, and each one of these talks that we're having could be a series in and of themselves, so we got ground to cover quickly. But I also want to